It's whatever truth you want is what you get.
I feel like you hate being here.
I don't hate being here.
You know what? I will say,
I can't sit by when people are saying wild things and being like, yep.
Subscribe to the podcast, KFC Radio on YouTube.
Bang. Not really glued.
A lot of it's garbage.
More.
No, I know. I was like, I'm fascinated.
it like quickly goes from set to like storage.
Yeah.
No, it's
Yeah,
all
that's a
set.
Yeah. Sometimes the set just is garbage.
The WD-40.
Get Mark Wahlberg's.
I know. I
We
saw
used-
that he was here.
We used to have like we keep a lot of trash around and but
clean it
they
up
end
a
up
lot.
cleaning it, but
Like,
we don't
clean it,
like
people
it.
throw
We
it
like
away.
Aw.
living in the trash. It's
Right.
intentionally
No,
there.
yeah, no, it's familiar to the art, like similar to the Are You Garbage set. Which
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
if that's what you were going for.
Yeah.
but
Yeah, well, like their show's about garbage. Ours is just garbage.
Yeah.
you are
it's
just
garbage.
garbage.
You guys just finished up with them?
Or
you just
we
did them
did them a couple
last week.
Yeah.
Weeks ago?
Yeah. A couple
What was the
weeks ago.
verdict? Garbage?
Oh, garbage. I have a Wawa tattoo.
I'm actually not.
Oh, you are.
garbage.
Okay. Was that like the most open and shut thing ever?
No, yeah.
Yeah,
She's not white trash. I
Yeah.
am white.
That's like, guys, just move on to her. Like,
Yeah.
we know my answer here.
Oh, yeah. No, I can-
That's a great fucking
I
tattoo.
used to go to
That's a
NASCAR
great
races.
tattoo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Are you a Philly girl?
Yeah, I'm Philly, but Philly and Virginia.
Okay.
Oh, that'd be crazy if you weren't from Philly.
Then that would
Nah,
be
Oregon. Why?
I just stopped there
Just
a
like
lot road
birds.
tripping. Yeah. And
I love
you were garbage.
I'm
with
actually
different
one
type-
of the least garbage guests. Me,
Really?
Sam Morril,
Yeah.
and who was the third one? It was some other Jew.
Oh,
I was gonna say I didn't want to
Jews
say it.
are
I'm happy you
harder.
did. Jews are not gonna be garbage.
But one of the most trashy people of all time is Roseanne, and she's Jewish.
I'm Jewish,
when
but I
you-
didn't know
when
until a
you
couple years
think
ago.
of her, like you don't think Jewish.
You
23
don't,
me.
but she is very Jewish.
That is true. But
Yeah.
but for the most part, your tribe is going to be very well put together.
That was
Astute
I'm not from money,
and
though.
rich. Oh.
No, but it's not even a money thing. It's just like the way you carry yourselves.
It's also, I think, education based. Not that.
Jews are smarter than everyone.
No, we're just like
Clip
You
that.
have like a long family history of going to college because a lot of people.
Mine
me in my college
is
education.
not. So
I know this is Barstool. I forgot we shit on education. Here.
Hey, John went to several colleges.
yeah. I went. To, I've been to
education of Google.
Been to 7 schools.
That's
man.
a red
Whoa,
flag,
that's too
though.
many.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I graduated from none of them.
Start what you
No
finish.
Most of them didn't ask me back. Like, most of them broke up with me.
They didn't ask you back.
It wasn't I didn't leave under pomp and circumstance. There's no ceremony for me. It was more like, hey,
Get the fuck outta here.
Like, we don't think this is working out for you. What do your parents think?
You're fucking up our brand, man. Get off campus.
I have my MBA,
Okay.
In what?
And yeah,
finance.
that's still
It's
good.
totally useless, obviously.
Yeah, the
Everything's kind of
it's-
useless.
The economy has changed so much since.
Yeah, thanks
That's
to
so
Kevin.
funny.
I mean, it's just an absolute waste of time and money for me. But whatever. That was before I
I got a
went down
degree
this
in
path, so-
acting.
In what?
In acting.
Well, that's
So
actually
I beat
useful.
all y'all.
I mean,
so.
it's a joke of a degree, but it's actually
100%,
it's-
yeah.
Do you find that useful? Is that something you actually like?
Yeah,
use?
actually, yeah.
Like I always wonder if when you take classes, like I feel like the greats aren't like taking classes or like learning.
Yes,
acting.
they
Oh,
are.
yeah.
Robin Williams went to
Yeah.
Juilliard.
I was
Oh my
gonna
god,
say, I
yes.
always-
Training,
I always think
training,
that.
training. The
Yeah.
greats train.
And then
Yale drama?
yeah,
Have you heard
Jesus
of it?
Christ. NYU, like
I guess I didn't think of like Juilliard, but I feel like it's something like you either you just do it.
either have it or you don't. No,
Yeah.
this you have to train.
That's what I always thought that until probably like I would guess I don't know until we started having guests or so like 10 years ago when I started like reading Wikipedia pages. I was like,
That's her.
I was like, oh,
Your
these
deep
motherfuckers
research.
went to college. Like, imagine me being surprised
They
reading a
studied.
mathematician's Wikipedia. Like, you went to school for this? What the fuck?
You're an
dude?
expert in something. You trained for it.
Amazing.
Wild.
Like even we just had Jake Johnson on. Jake went to Tisch.
That's bullshit.
Who's that? Is that he's an Indian actor?
Yeah,
Nice.
he's like Jake.
Oh, New
like,
Girl.
New Girl.
Yeah,
Yes,
Jack Miller.
and yeah, like
Yeah, Tish is no joke, man.
Right.
It's they fucking. I had to do a wall sit. I had a panic attack in front of my acting class, and my acting teacher was like, "Just let it happen. Just watch her." Everybody. I'm like, it's hell.
Part of the process.
Yeah.
Are you guys happy to be back out in the wild?
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought you were
So
gonna be like, are you
happy.
happy to be back here? And I'm like, I guess.
I missed you since we last
yeah, we
saw
couldn't
each
stop
other.
thinking about you.
I
Yeah,
feel like
the place that makes you make your own coffee.
Oh no, it's okay. I don't mind.
I like that you were
Christina
open
asked me
about
for
not knowing
coffee.
how to make it. Because I also, for a long time, I learned interning how to make coffee because I don't drink it really either.
Was she
I
asked you
was-
for coffee and you were like, I don't know.
I walked by. Like, I said hi. I was going to grab my snacks, which is my coffee.
You are your own
These, yeah,
son.
these are really good junk gummy bears. If anyone
it's
wants
sugar.
one,
That's nice.
I highly recommend it.
Oh, okay, I don't like this. Made me barf.
But I was walking by to get my morning pick me up, and I asked if the girls want anything, Christine was like, I'd love a coffee. And I played it very cool.
You were like,
was
yeah, I got you.
I went in there, I saw like 7 different kinds of K-cups.
I wouldn't know how to do that either.
And I knew how to put the K-cup in, but I just didn't know what kind of coffee you drink.
Oh, okay.
So I would have figured out how to put the K-cup in. I would have been able to do that.
I wouldn't
But
know what
there were
button to push.
There were options of like
There's
French
only one.
roasts.
There's only
and
one?
this
Okay.
Yeah, you
and
just
There's
that.
only one button.
you put it down. It's like foolproof.
yeah.
Yeah, I think I
I'll
would have
challenge
figured it out. But it was. Then I kind of got awkward where I was like, am I going to stand here while she makes the coffee?
Yeah,
or
that's
should I
weird.
leave?
I'm like,
I
little
think
too
I stayed
close.
for a little while.
Yeah. I almost put the cake up in the air fryer. But
Yeah, she came in all cocky. She's like, I got
Silly.
this. I was like, that's an air fryer. I knew
And then you guys
I
just
know
kinda
my way
stood
around air
around
fryer.
together
Yeah.
while it cooked.
yeah, and he
or
just
brewed.
stared at me and he breathed. And I was like, ooh,
Welcome to Barstool.
you want to go eat your fruit snacks over there, buddy? Just throw your fruit snacks across the room and go over there.
It would work.
That's how we do it usually.
If you want to
how
get
he
rid of me,
travels.
just be like, hey, Johnny, go.
How has it been since you're out after? Did you like the Luminary experience? I guess you're still
Yeah.
working with
With
them, right? But you're
Luminary,
not,
yeah, it's just
you're-
like a different contract.
Yeah.
But yeah, we loved it.
Yeah, it's
We
great.
love it.
It's great. It turns out having your whole diary out there for the world to listen to at a moment's notice not good for your mental health.
Oh, so is that really what made the
privacy
Yeah.
was a
move?
big factor.
It wasn't a business thing. It was more like
Yeah,
It was
I mean,
both.
It was a good financial move, but it wasn't like an astronomical difference between what we were making. So people are like, "Oh, you're going to lose a part of your fan base." I'm like, "Yeah, that's the idea."
That's the point.
really interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
well,
it
my
just
mom
got to
could
be, like,
just
too much.
Yeah, my mom could just pick up the phone and listen to what I'm saying, and I don't.
Yeah, yeah.
That's not okay.
I mean, but it was already. I mean, you've been doing it for so long, right?
Yep. It was kind of too late, but whatever.
Yeah. Was there any thought of
Might
like,
as well
well,
be
the
private
horse is
in
out of the
these 2
barn on
years.
this
But
one?
airing your 20s and airing your 30s are very
Different.
different
That is true.
things.
Yeah,
airing
that
your
is true.
20s is like, who the
Everybody's
fuck cares?
fucking around.
Yeah,
Everybody's
you
got
can.
stories like that.
It's acceptable to be a hot mess. In your 30s, you want to keep that close to.
So
you.
you're just keeping all your hot messness as a secret now.
Well, only if you're
A little
Luminaries,
bit of
only to Luminary subscribers. And we're in front of the paywall now. So after 7 days, the episodes all go up in front of the paywall. But we do 2 bonus episodes a month for Luminary subscribers,
right.
and that's where I tell all my secrets.
Got it.
Real niche
Smart.
audience. I love it. Yeah. And I have secrets to tell. And I got to get them off my chest.
What made the switch? Like, why'd you go back outside the paywall?
Because our contract was 2 years, and so for the third one, we just had back and forth, and we're like, oh, let's do this, try the structure out, where we do
Right.
ads after 7 days.
Yeah, it
We're
was
like,
like
yeah.
time. It was time too, because if you went for like live touring, you really do need the audience back. So we're like, we guess we'll do it. And if you have a 2-year break, a mental health break, that's good. It's like the
Yeah.
same approach as like Bo Burnham. Kind of just like went off the face of the earth for 5 years. I mean, I would love to do that. Financially,
Five.
I don't think I could
Five
do it
is-
for 5 years.
Five's pretty good.
That's
Is
kind
that
of
how long he was gone for?
yeah.
From was it Make Happy to Inside?
I don't know. He was just. I
That's
mean,
such a
to be
Yeah, I
able to
think
do
so.
that
Yeah.
young is incredible.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah, he's a prodigy.
My mom's
he's-
got this
yeah.
shed back here. I'm all set.
Yeah. Well, he kind of does. I did like that's kind of like you're jokingly saying his mom, but his partner is like 12, 13 years older than him.
Nice.
Yeah.
So it like legit is a great, and they've been together for a really long time too.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I actually didn't know that. I thought like that was like where Inside was filmed. I thought that was like his parents' shed, which I thought he was just staying there. Maybe he did.
No, I think it's just like his girlfriend's
Pre-pandemic.
shed.
His
I mean,
mom
his shed,
girlfriend's
probably.
shed.
Yeah. She's like a film director. She's like a really badass bitch. Yeah.
Really?
So you guys feel like you got a reset? Like you're good mentally?
No, but
Yeah.
Who's ever
I mean-
good mentally in New
No,
York?
Well,
I've
that's why I'm
declined.
wondering because it doesn't seem like I feel like if we were to do something similar, I don't think it would work.
See, if I feel like
We are men.
I'm
That's
scared to do
different.
something similar
Yeah.
because I'd realize how much better it is.
Yeah,
I'd
we
be
would
like, I'm
come
the
back.
fuck out of
We would
here.
come back. Man.
Depends how much you need attention.
How-
and
I was gonna say-
adoration.
Well, that's kind
How
of what you're saying
much-
with the manic waves. Like,
Yeah.
it
how
depends.
much does it affect your personal life day to day being not behind a paywall of any kind? Like, is
Are
it
people like,
invasive to you?
Minuteman?
Because it's invasive to us. People
Yeah.
trying to fuck the
Yeah.
people we're fucking, and I'm like, nope, that's where I draw the line.
Wait,
Yeah.
people try to fuck people you're fucking?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because
Because you
Uh-huh.
talk about them and
yeah,
like, they're
well,
just
we'll have
like-
him on, and then
Yeah.
they'll like show us his DMs, and I'm like, are you kidding me? These
Oh.
hoes,
And
these
they're-
hoes got no
they-
loyalty.
that is fucked.
Yeah.
So fans of yours, like people like you, just being like,
I don't call them fans,
right,
Yeah.
but they
Yeah.
consider themselves a fan
Yes,
of yours,
they do.
but also just try to fuck the people.
It's
You
Yeah.
a weird relationship. Those are Selena fans.
yeah.
Yeah.
But that doesn't happen with dudes. Because you like respect each other or whatever.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, no.
I don't think anyone's ever tried to. I've never had someone brag to me about like they've slept with someone I've slept with. I've never had someone like.
That's low. That's low.
Yeah.
Do you
That would be-
publicize those people though? Like, I don't how open.
Yeah,
are you?
No,
because the
I-
stakes
I
on this
tell
show
you
are
guys.
different.
Yeah, that's very.
You're not
that's
like
super
this is
different.
what happened to my dick this week. You
Right.
don't really say that.
That's what?
Like you don't talk about your dicks on the
do
show.
almost
Oh, I thought
exclusively.
that's all we do.
Oh, but like
Yeah.
intimately though, not like and I mushroom stand up my friend because he passed out.
Like,
not
can I,
that.
like if I do an internet search, like, can I find who you've dated right now?
You could definitely. It's an autofill. I don't know what the results are, but
Yeah, people like you,
Oh,
the
they'll be
very
like, what,
first
like,
thing.
girlfriend, boyfriend.
Yeah.
The very first search for like all people at Barstool is like your name and girlfriend or boyfriend and your name and salary. We're
Wow.
obsessed with trying to know who you're fucking and how much money we make.
Yeah.
I've never-
And
I've
the,
never-
the
Why don't you just
results
say it right now?
are insane. Like the what people have come up with
Yeah.
is insane.
Yeah, well, the net worth for any like
Yes.
celebrity is always
Yes.
a joke.
We
online.
have a
You're
guy
like,
here. Carabas' net worth is $79 million on
Him.
the internet. He's about to be, but up until now, he's worth like 50 grand. Legit, like not even 1
Still
million. And
good.
it said 79 million.
Wow.
What the
79?
fuck is this about? And I think it was
He
on
probably put that
Celebrity Net Worth.
Yeah, that's
Which
not
is
accurate.
one of the
Right, but
ultimate
it's like,
websites
you know,
that
the one
Google
everyone
killed.
uses. Yeah.
That was
such
real-
a great website.
It
Fun
was.
one.
Well, Google just like they just stopped making you go to the website to find the answer.
Yeah, just right
it just
up.
pops up
Yeah.
right there. It's
Wow.
79
yeah.
million.
I mean, it's how you kill mom and pop, but it's smart for Google.
Nice.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
I think the obsession people have with it's like I mean, at least me and him, because some people have aliases and characters and all that kind of shit, but we put like 99% of our lives out there, and it's like, can we just have the 1%?
Yeah.
And it's like, no,
No.
we want to know everything.
The
We
more
need-
you
we
give,
need
the
all
more people
100%.
want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
there's no.
Have you ever said anything you regretted? What's like the biggest
Every
one?
day.
I mean, mine are more like you know, jokes gone wrong and things that end up
Yeah.
sounding like stupid. I don't think I have anything like for my personal life that I regret nothing specific, but putting my whole life out there.
Yeah.
Like
right.
I was like when I was
Same man. Yeah, it's fucked up.
Like when I had kids, I like was putting pictures of them and I talk about them because I just talked about my whole life, and then this got way bigger than I ever imagined, and I was like, well, now can't put that back in.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So
Can't
it's
undo
kind of
that.
like you only have one shot to do it, either publicly or privately.
Mm-hmm.
And I wish I did it private, and then you can release more. You
Right.
can't like start back over. You know.
That's true.
What's yours? Because you seem like you had one.
Oh, I have a bunch. I think at the beginning, I was just when I had a boyfriend at the time, I was like, yeah, he likes when I lick his asshole, and then my boyfriend was like, that's mean to say. Like you didn't ask me about that. We got into a couple big fights.
I've-
That's always a big one.
Yeah,
I've had those fights where I don't name names and something like that, but I would like I tell a past story.
right.
And then people are like, what the fuck are you doing talking? I'm like, well, it's my
Well,
story
it's your
too.
story.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
if
Like,
you wanted
it's-
to be remembered better, like you should have behaved better. Like it's fine. Yeah. And now it's got like I'm dating now, and I'm more private about it because I'm like I'm gonna say that for me.
Yeah, I think there was a time where I wasn't really like sympathetic to it, where I was kind of like, it's my story, or like, I really never told very specific things. I was like, these are things that every relationship goes through. Every
Right.
guy and girl experiences this, so like nobody cares, or like that's what makes it
Right.
relatable because they
Yeah.
went through it too. But they were like, I don't care. I don't want that out there, you know?
Yeah.
And at the time, I was kind of like, well, this is like what I have to do and how I do things. I think there was also more pressure when I was younger to be like, be entertaining, be captivating,
Oh,
be
yeah.
interesting.
I was a fucking
And now-
blabbermouth in my
and
20s,
So
man.
so I was like, let me tell, like, you know, I'm going to say the things that other people don't say because that's, you know, what people want to hear. And now I'm like, now that I'm a little more established and I don't have to like fucking, you know, dance for the crowd, you know what I mean? I can like keep a couple things more to myself. It's just a totally different approach to it, you know?
Yeah, yeah. It's
Nice.
more fun. I
Are you
like
saying
it.
you sold out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
pussy.
Pretty much. I'm always looking to sell out, man.
Nice.
Like if the right deal came along to do the paywall thing, like let's fucking go. I would be interested to see.
That was a
like-
nice way of calling us sellouts.
Well, but no, I mean,
I think it's
thought
the
it was for money.
opposite of sellout.
you guys-
Hey, I
actually.
drive a Mustang. So.
Knowing that you were that it was more mental health, like I figured it was just a business decision.
Yeah, it was both.
But yeah, because I would love to fucking sell out.
Yeah,
Been
no.
offered to anybody.
Yeah, no, I was at my breaking point. And I was like, I don't know if I can do this anymore. And then that offer came around like just at the right time.
So did you see? Because like, I also feel like we just do this in front of a mic, and sometimes I like forget how many people are listening.
Yeah.
and show the
Sure.
feedback rolls in.
Yep.
So like, do you see a difference in the feedback and in the
Yes, when you make
Yeah.
people pay, it's only the people who
really
really want
like
to be
you.
there.
Yeah,
and
it's
honestly,
awesome.
all positive.
It's
if
fucking
someone
awesome.
paid to hate listen, I would respect that so
Yeah, me
much.
too,
and
dude.
I'm fine with it.
right.
Me
Because
too.
that's a level of hate that it's like, wow, I'm taking up so much of your headspace. Great,
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah, I do. I forget about that often because so many of the people that we have come through here, all the comics, everybody has a Patreon and everybody has this like, you have this very tangible number almost of like, look how much people love us. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
And where I think it's almost the exact opposite for us.
Wouldn't have a guess.
Yeah. We have like,
That's better though. Fuck numbers.
You have like
I don't know.
social
I know that
media.
they're
No,
money
you know
for
how
it.
many people watch your videos and stuff, and you get
right,
like,
but I mean, the feedback is way. People are so much. It's so much more inclined to leave negative feedback than positive feedback.
yes,
Yeah.
But when you have something like a Patreon or a
yeah.
paywall,
No one's
it's
going
like,
there and being like, fuck
Yeah,
your mother.
yeah.
We did that recently. We ran a little experiment where Kevin was out for the week or he's doing something, and so I was doing ads.
Which
And-
very rarely we don't take vacation, so it's like a weird thing if one of us are out.
Right. And I was like, as I was doing the ads, I was just like, hey, Kevin's not here, so Kevin can't hear me saying this. So, like, everyone go tweet Kevin that, like, you can't believe he said that on this episode, and like, he's going to get canceled. And he woke up to, like, hundreds of
In that
tweets.
fun, Kev.
dramatic.
The first
It is,
3 were
but-
really good too. One was like, "Yo, dude, that was weird," and I was kind of like, I don't know what that means. And the next one was
Oh
like,
my
I can't believe you
God.
said that." And I was like, huh? And the next one was like, "I'm a big fan of yours, but like, you need
You
to think about
disappointed
what
me."
you need to think about what you say into a microphone." And I was like, "What the
Ultimate
fuck?" And also
prankster.
because I was away, we recorded like a week earlier, which is something we also don't do very often.
Right.
So I totally forgot what we had talked about, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And then the thing was, there was so many that I picked up what was going on. Because if there was only like 10, I probably would have been like, "Oh shit!" But there was like literally hundreds. Then the next episode comes out later, the same week. Our second episode, I'm still not there, and he does the opposite. He goes tweet. Like,
Great apology,
you're-
man.
No, just being like, you're a great guy. We love you. Like four people did it.
Gotcha.
Like nobody.
that was not fun.
Exactly. I don't
not fun
even
call to
blame
action.
people for it. But I was like, this is a very, very tangible example of how the internet is a horrible place. How you're all assholes, and I'm right
like,
there
it
with
was
you.
literally, I gave you two options: mental torture, or like make a guy wake up in the morning and smile.
Feel good. Yeah. And you were like, "Oh, jar."
Like,
I mean, that is crazy. I've never seen a better example of just like, oh, you're all shitbags. Every last one of you. So are you getting back out to, you're going to do like more live shit though?
Yeah,
Is
a
that the
little
plan?
bit. She's
Yeah, I'm going back.
out.
I'm going back in the road. I'm writing all new stuff. When you do a special and you put it out, because we've been doing stand up for 10 years, so it was nice to finally like never say that material again for
Yeah,
me. Some of the stuff was newer, so I'm gonna like expand on it. But it's been really fun to dive in and write new stuff, like purposefully, like sit down at a desk with fucking note cards everywhere and be like, "What's fucked up about the world?" Because it's a lot.
Do you feel, I feel like everybody, there's so much live podcast, live,
Yeah.
everything. And even like the stand-up comedy world has gone like skyrocketing, I feel like, because there's just so many more people and
Yeah.
everybody can have an audience. I feel like it's,
That is the thing.
Everybody can
isn't
have
it
an
right
audience.
though? It's
Yeah, you're not
like-
wrong.
Yeah, I mean,
But after the pandemic though, and I was kind of hoping this was going to happen. The clubs are packed and the energy's really high. It's a cool place to be.
yeah. I feel like it's almost like another little like golden era for live
feels
and,
like
and
it, yeah.
comedy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, comedy's hot right now. It's a good time to be a comedian.
Yeah.
And I think like
despite
having,
how much people complain about being a comedian,
well,
you can't say anything in comedy.
well, that's why
anymore.
people are
It's
not
hilarious.
complaining about the fan base. That people are complaining about people who aren't fans, who aren't
Right.
giving money, and
Who are
because that's
holding
who's
them
complaining. It's not
higher
comedy
standards.
fans who are complaining. It's people outside of comedy who are
Right.
complaining. You don't consume comedy and you don't do comedy. Why are you even talking about?
Shut the
it?
fuck up.
Yeah, just go live your unfunny life.
Yeah.
It's fine. No one's forcing you.
I do feel though that like we, and as we're not comics but as podcasters and all that, we talk about it so much that it's like
About cancel culture?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It-
No, I
it's
mean
an
everyone's
interesting
also
thing.
sick of hearing about it, talking about it, but it's like it's like in the news now, like it's in every part of life.
Right.
now.
You
Well, and it's
cannot
also
avoid it.
2022's version of like what's been happening since history of just like, oh, she's a witch, hang her. Like it's just
Yeah.
like, what the fuck are we doing
yeah,
here? Yeah, and then you feel better about yourself because Bridget Bishop died because she was a whore, and then you're like, that didn't do anything.
I said recently, I don't think I don't think we talk about the Salem witch trials.
I know.
Nearly enough.
That's something you just said the other day.
It was
think about that
probably
a lot?
Fucking crazy.
It was probably like a year ago. So I was watching WandaVision, and there's an episode that starts off like and I was like, we don't talk about this.
This was really fucked up,
Even
man.
close.
We
to
did you
enough.
guys pretty dirty on that one,
It was a
huh?
real learning experience.
That's why we wanted. That's why we filmed a comedy
It was
special
lit
in
women on
Salem.
fire.
Oh,
Did
really?
you really?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
went to
that's cool.
Salem and filmed at the Witch City Mall
Dude,
in this movie theater.
I think that's the problem with it. Why people? Because I think people can't like. Maybe it's because it became a fiction. People can't wrap their minds
Right.
about it being real. Where it's
Yeah.
like, oh no, it's a horror story. No, it's,
No, it's
well, yes,
real.
it's both, but it's real. It happened in a town in Massachusetts.
Yeah.
And it just fucking lit.
But I mean, there's
people
so
on
many
fire.
things throughout history that people don't like think about. I mean, the things they used to kill people in the Saw movies are real torture devices from the Spanish Inquisition. Like
Yeah.
this stuff has happened throughout. Just no one
Wait,
learn. No
which-
one learns from history.
Well, you forgot. You
Right.
forget. Yeah. easily.
I've always said that. I think that if you don't learn history, it's doomed to repeat itself. I
yeah.
think wrong.
Dude,
I wouldn't even know to do it.
I would have no idea
would-
to
I would
own a
never come
person
up with that idea.
If I had never heard of slavery, like, we did what?
Yeah.
My mind would not come up with that idea.
You know what I just bought? I just bought a globe.
person?
No, a globe. I purchased an educational globe, and I just fucking stare at it. I'm like, there's a lot of shit on this globe that I don't even know how to pronounce.
sit there
I
spinning?
didn't know it was there. I'm just like, what the fuck? Russia and China way closer together than I thought. Way closer
I
together.
remember someone said that to me once. Like, Russia's in Asia. And I was like, what are you talking? You are the dumbest person alive.
It does sound like a dumb thing to say, but it's true. If you had a globe, you'd know. Having the whole world there, it's wild.
You know what else is in Asia? Israel.
Yeah,
Israel's in Asia?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fucked.
Yeah, that one. Like I knew Russia was in Asia. I would never in a million years.
So wait,
We're just
so
gonna
is the
name
Middle
places.
East
Israel
in
is
Asia?
Russia.
What?
So the Middle East is in Asia?
is.
I'm gonna stop talking because I haven't been looking at the globe for that long. So.
I remember when I learned that Egypt was in Africa. That
Yeah,
one fucked
that
me
I
up.
knew.
Yeah.
That fucked me up.
That
I
I-
never knew.
Fucked me up.
Why did it
Israel.
fuck you up?
Meaning, I just was like,
Where'd you think
this
it
is
was?
something. I just thought it was in the Middle East. And that was just its
That's not
own
yeah,
thing.
it's
That's
own
not
in the
crazy.
ocean.
Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
And like Europe is tiny as shit.
Yeah, Europe's really
Europe's
tiny.
tiny as
Yeah.
shit. And
The
you're
fact
like,
that some of these little bitch
little
ass countries
conquer.
run shit,
I'm like,
that's
ugh,
wild.
little short people just fucking, excuse me. They needed guns. It's the only way they could feel powerful. But you learn so much. You're looking at this globe and you're like, holy shit.
You know what else fucks me up when you see like how the world, like, because globes are like kind of distorted actually.
So
right?
there's a
when-
lot of globes
when
that
you
fucking
see
make
it-
Europe bigger than like
Yeah.
Africa. And I'm like,
Right,
are you
right.
kidding me?
Yes, when
You
you see the
cowardly
actual
pieces of shit.
sizes,
Yeah.
it's bullshit.
Yeah.
That's true too.
Yeah,
It's like,
that's
oh,
why-
this is real tiny.
Yeah, that's why I wanted an educational globe that was like full scale. But I'm like, I guess there's really no way to know if the globe is accurate. You just got to believe.
See, this is my flat Earth thing,
I was gonna-
where
yeah.
it's just like,
well, that I don't.
I
That you
knew,
might be wrong.
knew you were gonna do it. I knew you were. I was as soon as you brought up globes. I was
follow-
like,
wait,
son of a
follow-
bitch.
There's definitely a way to
Wait.
know how big
I
countries
follow
are.
astronauts on Instagram.
2022. What do you say? I love Barstool because you guys will just say things confidently and everyone will be like, yeah, that's true. What are you talking about?
I would just say the majority of things that I know have just been told to me.
Okay, well, that's different than we don't know how big countries are.
I didn't say that. You said that.
Flat
I
Earth.
didn't say
that.
Well, I follow a lot of
You brought that
astronauts
up.
on Instagram that are like in space right now, and it's not flat.
I like the
Yeah, we also know the world's not flat.
right, but
That's
I mean,
been
and the
confirmed.
whole thing with the flat earthers is always like you,
That's so funny.
you know, you're just looking at a picture that someone showed you, or you're just listening to a person who told you that.
yeah, right.
Which is obviously silly, but. All my education is not like I go out there and do my own fucking research on things.
Right.
I'm not, testing anything.
Why
Just,
would-
oh,
I did
Yeah.
all
I'm
mine
not
on the
fucking
vac-
gay.
I did mine on the vaccine.
Yeah.
Like when people like do your own research, I'm like, no, yeah, no,
it's
thank you.
impossible to do your own research.
Yeah, what are you guys out here doing your own
Get a
experiments on a
library
vaccine?
card, my friend.
That's not your own research, though.
Going to libraries and
Yeah, you're
getting
just reading
through
a book that
books,
someone wrote.
and you're taking notes and you're logging them.
I don't think that's research. I think that's a book report.
A book report is research.
right.
What are you
That's
talking
not
about?
research.
You gotta cite.
though.
That's why it has
Sources.
a bibliography.
But like when you read scientific papers, talk about like when we were writing a book, Corinne was looking through all these scientific studies and papers. Like that's research.
Yeah, but what if that person's wrong?
Well,
Well,
I mean,
it says it on the
yeah.
study, the results of the study, and then you look at all the
I
studies.
mean, there's a
and-
million studies on. you
It's
know what I mean?
right based on that study.
You know
You're
what?
right. And like the thing is, you can totally find a study to back basically anything
Anything,
that you
right.
want up, and that's
Right.
also a problem.
Which
Yeah.
is where that's
Called a
why
sponsored
we're in
study.
this, that's this world right now is basically that.
Right.
Right.
It's whatever truth you want is what you get.
I feel like you hate being here.
I don't hate being.
You know what?
I just
I will
can't
say,
I can't sit by while people are saying wild things and being like, yep.
the office does smell like balls. Woo! I smell
Well,
testicles.
it's very
Really?
hot in here.
It's super hot.
Something's wrong
It
with the
does.
AC.
Well, it's also
Not in
like
this room, but, like, the
61
office.
degrees today, and it's been
Mm-hmm.
like 30 degrees.
Do you guys powder your balls?
In the
Great
summer.
question.
Wow, really?
I
It's like a-
used to a lot
Not
more.
like every day, but
I used to like when I was in high school. I did
it does. It does feel like something as a young. You do it as a young.
I,
kid.
like,
really?
yeah.
Does it
like,
help?
High school, it was a big thing.
Yeah, it's powder,
And
bro.
It was. It does.
Do your own research.
I'm
It
sorry.
was.
Powder keeps you dry.
It was like I think it was like in high school, like locker rooms and stuff like that. You do it more. Where you kind of like when you're like because now if I do it, well now I just fucking powder all over my
Yeah,
floor.
that's
Right.
That's
And, like, now
it's a production.
It's a whole thing.
It's a whole thing.
Whereas, like, if
where
I
it's
do it
just
in the
like-
high school locker room, like, fuck it, whatever, who gives a shit? But now,
Yeah, now,
it's,
then the janitor will clean up your ball powder. Yeah, that's the way it should be.
He was a pedophile, so
Oh,
he,
okay.
it
So he
was
loved
fine.
it.
He deserves
He
it.
licked it off the floor.
He used to
deserves
go
to
around.
clean up
He
ball
used to go
powder.
around saying this. He'd go up to
Wait,
mostly
what?
mostly,
Serious?
mostly the guys. Well, I don't know if you ever fucked anyone, but he'd do this a lot. He's inappropriate at worst, or at best. Sorry, and he would go like this. And of course, my pockets are brown rather than white, so it doesn't. Well, it's a brown bunny. He'd go, "Hey, who wants to come kiss the bunny on the nose?"
What? That's a pedophile. Wait, how old were you?
Gross.
That's
high
not even
schoolers? I
smooth
don't know.
for a pedophile.
No,
like, think of a
no.
better line.
How
you
many
dipshit.
times did you kiss the bunny on the nose?
8.
Every time I picked up the powder. But yeah, so yeah, I didn't mind making him pick up the powder, and now I don't powder my balls as much.
Ew. I'm sorry. I think you were sexually harassed.
Were you guys ever
Many times
Were,
been
did
molested.
pedophiles ever try to pick you up as little boys?
Yeah, I mean, this guy's got
What?
stories for fucking days.
What is it about you specifically?
I
Smile.
don't
That
know.
smile.
He was a hot little boy.
It was.
You know what? We'll show. Where's well, that picture was? I guess high school.
Which one?
The most recent one.
A little
No.
redheaded boy. That could be cute.
Yeah, little ginger
No, I was a
boy.
little towhead. I was like
Toe?
albino.
What's a towhead?
Like very blonde.
Oh.
Like as a kid,
I've never heard of that.
I didn't. I never had either
I was like,
until
you were a
someone saw a picture of me recently.
Yeah,
that's
this-
like I'm not a pet. You
How-
can't be
how
a
old are you?
pedophile
How
to be
old are
that
you here?
age. I mean, young.
can't have a
He
beard.
was
You
in
can't
the
have a
library
beard.
doing research.
Oh.
So he's just got that.
That's like a
you know,
hemophile. Yeah.
Yeah.
That just
Yeah.
inherent.
Somebody who goes for the
douchebag.
early teens.
Yeah,
12,
no. Like,
11.
when I was a kid, I was cute. That kid's an asshole. But
Oh,
the
he looks
he's probably cute. He's an asshole too. But yeah, there were. It comes up more often than I'd like, to be honest.
How
Pedophilia?
often you've been molested and stuff?
How many times? Got a punch card?
I don't.
I would say
don't know
5.
the answer because
I would say
would
5.
5
I would have
times a
said
lady.
0. I would still say 0. In my
Right, 'cause
heart
you
of hearts,
blacked
I
it
still
out.
say 0.
You blacked it out.
But there's
No, he
the-
just like that doesn't count as like my babysitter made me watch porn together with her.
That's
That doesn't count. Like,
That's
fucking
that's assault. That's
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Oh
like-
my
like,
God,
a
there
lot
was
of
something
stories,
about
it's like,
you.
You know, like my,
It's
my
You had a
teacher
lore.
touched me. He's like, that's
my
fucking
teacher used to
assault.
always give me massages. My
What?
That's assault, brother.
Yeah,
That's assault.
Wow.
That was in middle
I was trying to
school.
get my teacher to
That was in
assault me.
middle
He's
school.
like, nope. And I'm like, oh, come
Where are
on.
you from?
I'm from Massachusetts, right outside Salem.
Oh.
There was,
no,
the,
not
there was
outside
the
Salem.
man who used to come and wanted to play catch with you. He,
My T-ball coach, yeah, yeah. To the
after
point, my dad had to like
practice,
fight
as,
him.
as a T-ball, like
Everyone's trying to fuck you. when you were a
imagine
kid.
outside of T-ball practice, which is like when they're 5 and you're not even really playing, showing up at someone's house and being like, you know, we need to work on more things.
It's you don't even.
And
need
his
to
mom
there's a
was like,
team.
ahead. And then his dad shows up home from work and was like, what the fuck are you doing here? Playing catch with my son? Like, get the fuck out
Yeah.
of here.
And-
Did he touch you though?
And no, not.
Well, that's what we also don't know. That's where I
this
think
guy
he
looked like a
something.
Did he take you to the
caricature
shed?
of a
Yeah,
pedophile.
like, he appeared
to
from
the,
the
to
forest.
the woods. We'd go from the woods.
Yeah, I mean,
You don't play t-ball in the woods. You molest in the woods.
yeah, like he
You,
definitely got
you
fucked in the
undressed and
woods.
molest.
When was the last time anyone ever
God.
said, "Let's go play baseball"? You know, let's go to the
to the
woods.
woods.
That'd be
Let's
a
go where
great-
there's trees in the way. You have to
Blockades.
throw and hit hit things, but we'll do it where there's
Nowhere to run.
Where there's brush
Yeah.
and cover and bushes.
Good,
Like,
nice
don't bring
pits.
shoes either.
Yeah.
You don't need shoes. I want you to get away too
Leave your
quick.
pants. Leave your pants at home. It's fine.
Kiss the bunny on the nose in the forest.
But he was like morbidly obese. He had a ponytail. He walked with a cane. Like he was a caricature of like
Men?
a
Wow.
nefarious character to children. He looked like something out of I can't think of what was the fucking.
He's like a.
What's the horror?
He's like Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. He's like the child.
the child
catcher.
napper.
The child catcher.
Yeah.
That
I
was,
smell
they didn't really try too hard on that
That
nickname,
is
but
the scariest
fucking
character of all
creepy.
time.
for sure, no doubt.
That-
What did I recently see? Chitty Bang Bang. Oh, in Belfast, and I remembered that.
That
it was,
guy, that was nightmares for life.
Yeah. I kind of liked it. I was like, ooh, he's creepy in a fun way.
On the next episode of Guys We Fucked. Is there beef? I feel like there was some
I don't
shots
eat beef.
taken at Girls Gotta Eat. Girls Gotta Eat. Yeah.
No, you're wrong one.
Wrong one.
Call her daddy.
Yeah, the one that was birthed here, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember
We're
when you
looking for
guys
our
did
guys
Guys
we
We Fucked at Barstool?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
You're like, we have an idea. We're gonna do Guys We Fucked,
But with hotter people.
girls.
And we're like,
They're
you
like,
got
"They'll
us.
never
Shit.
notice."
That's real smart. Fuck.
Did you see
Good
the,
call.
The clip of Sophia with an F on
No.
she was on someone else's podcast, and she is like, I mean, like, what did I get canceled for? Because I
She
didn't
got
want to
canceled?
work at.
No,
yeah, that's the
she
thing. I mean, canceled. It's like
Alex just
like-
threw under the bus because they got in a fight.
Right. And she's like, what did I get canceled for? Because I didn't want to work at that horrible company, and because I wanted to make a business decision. Like, what did I get canceled for? Like, what did you get canceled for? And the other girl, I think it's her podcast, she's like, well, I robbed Orlando Bloom's house, so it was kind of justified.
Whoa, cool.
It was the best twist ending I've ever fucking seen in my life.
That's
And she was like, it
amazing.
was justified. I should
She
have been canceled.
robbed
I
him?
think she was part of the bling ring.
Holy
Bling ring,
shit,
yeah.
a girl robber? That's
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. You
Nice.
You don't know about the bling ring?
No,
Dude.
I mean, I know that was a movie, but that
It's
was
a
real.
real-
They were
Just
they were
thing.
robbing houses in Hollywood. Yeah.
Shit.
A whole network of
Using
it,
those titties for good. Robin Hood. Nice.
We
That's
had
awesome.
Brian Austin Green in here years ago,
Aw.
and he was a victim of the bling ring. Him
Oh,
and
really?
Megan Fox, and he was telling a story that they didn't realize they did how much money they had. They didn't realize they'd been robbed of his 12 Rolexes for months.
They had a party in their house, though? What fucking famous person does that? I thought you don't do
No,
that.
it wasn't. It was just like these people I think knew when everyone was out of town or whatever.
Oh,
And they would
shit.
slide in and they robbed. The only reason they found out is because Brian Austin Green also had a gun in his safe, and they stole the gun and then they used the gun. And then the cops found it in another, and because it
Whoa.
was registered to him, they
Holy
were like,
shit.
"You're like you committed this crime." And he was like,
Right.
"That wasn't me. I was, And then so he looked through and he was like, "Oh, and my Rolex and my this
Holy
and my that."
shit.
But if that didn't happen, he probably would have never even realized. he was
Damn,
missing,
that is
like,
rich.
It was
six
like months. He's
Rolexes.
like, and they connected to. He's like, I remember coming home one day and like one of our iPads were in the driveway, and I thought that was weird. and that was just it. Like, I think it was an iPad or like a Palm Pilot, whenever it happened, like whatever the technology at the time was. He's like, I thought that was weird. I thought it must have been the night before that they robbed every.
Wow.
But I didn't come out of someone's house with so many technology goods that you just drop and stuff. Like, don't bother.
And those are the people that got away with it for a long ass time.
Right.
Like, I can't
Well, they do
believe
have
that.
tours where, like, this is where this person lives and this
I mean,
person lives
talk about
here.
no privacy,
Right.
no nothing.
I think they would use social media too, right, to know when they were out
Yeah.
at like fucking events.
Because
and
everybody
whatever.
posts that they're out of the house.
No,
tonight.
it is wild. Like I always say, like if anyone wants to murder me, they always know where I am.
And somebody tried.
100%.
Yeah, that's true.
The NYPD
Tried to
terrorism
murder you?
unit.
Yeah,
unit
yeah,
had
yeah.
to show up at
it was
the comedy
actually
club.
a pretty big investigation.
Yeah.
The terrorism unit was involved.
Holy
What?
shit.
Somebody
Yeah.
threatened to behead her, and I was like,
I
that's
showed
a
up
lot
one
of
time
work.
at my show, and there was 8 squad cars there, and I was like, "Oh, LOL, what happened?" And then they were like, "These are for you." And I
And
was
then I'm like, everyone always wants
Wait,
to kill
you
Corinne.
didn't know?
No,
Like
well,
that-
I knew that there was a
stalker.
threat against my life, but it was online, so like I don't take that
Like, what
super
else is new?
seriously. Like
Yeah.
I did get a bunch of calls and stuff that day, but like
He publicly posted it, and
it's
he
also
knew.
like this is not the first time someone's made a
Yeah,
death threat.
unfortunately, it's like-
so I don't
no
know.
one's
It's
ever wanted to kill me.
like when a death threat is spelled
neither.
wrong, it's kind of
Loser.
like
Yeah.
That threat
Wait, you spelled it wrong?
yeah, it's kind of like okay. Like I don't
that
think
guy,
I'm gonna be able to do
that,
this.
That's a guy that's got nothing to lose, though. Can't spell.
Yeah, and so I had like a private investigator. I had an armed guard assigned to me for a couple of days. Yeah,
And then they caught him or what?
They didn't
No.
catch him. I mean, they
stopped
found
There
him.
was
where he
another
lived,
threat. Somebody
but-
else had reported him for violence, for threatening someone's
Yeah.
life, and he's
like
just
a-
out and about
like
in New
a
York City.
Wacko.
That's such a weird thing. It's gotta be so awkward. Almost like a much more dangerous version of like, do I stand around you while you make the coffee? Where it's like, all right, like how many more days am I gonna stand here for? Like like he hasn't done it in 4,
Right.
so is it awkward
It's
if I
the
leave
fifth
now?
one.
If you don't actually behead someone within a week, it's
Yeah.
kind of a false
You're a
threat.
liar.
Like how did he say goodbye? How did they say like, all right, we're gonna take this guard away from you, and we haven't caught the guy, by the way.
Yeah, I mean that's
I
weird.
was
You
so
still got
turned
your
on.
head, so we're
They
gonna
didn't
go
even care.
now.
Would've been like,
This
follow
guy
me
had been
more.
threatening other people, and the only reason they
have
even
to go
took
to
it
the bathroom.
seriously with me was because they go, "Well, you're like a known person,"
Right.
and I go, "Oh, so if we kill
That's fucked.
unknown
Regulars,
people,
the normies can get their heads chopped off.
It's okay." It was, and he had so many like even more threatening letters that he had written to other colleagues of mine who just like didn't have a social media following, and
They
I
were
was
like,
like,
"Oh,
guys,
she's-
you
she's-
understand how bad this is?"
She's verified,
Yeah.
so you know.
Basically,
It's
And
exactly
one of
it.
the police officers said that to me, and I admired his honesty, but then I was like shocked and
fucked up.
appalled by the truth. So
I mean, I guess there's probably something to like. No, I guess there's really no
No,
way
it's
to
pretty
justify
fucked up.
that. Like, I was gonna say that it might be more dangerous for you because they can be like, I'm gonna get you at the club.
Yeah.
I know where you're gonna be. But if you
You
want
can
to
just find out where somebody lives and follow them.
to me, I think it's just like it's only just it's higher stakes loss for the police department because like more
Yeah.
people will know that they like didn't
white
protect.
girl got murdered, it'd be a problem.
Yeah, they just like didn't protect someone who other people give a shit about.
And so now you and it just stopped.
I mean,
The
for
threats?
That we know of.
for
Yeah,
now,
that's so scary.
Until
I'd
this
almost
podcast comes
rather
out,
it-
he's like, she's still thinking about it. Hell yeah.
he's like, I'd almost rather have you be murdered, and then we would know. Case closed.
I feel like it's almost like in the horror movie, like when the killer, like you see the killer and then you close the door, you open the door, and the killer's gone. And you're
Yeah.
like, well, now
And
I
he's
don't know
like,
where
"You
you
see,
are.
Yeah, Michael
Like, I'd
Myers
rather
is
see
lurking.
You. Yeah. It's like,
Yeah.
I'd rather just keep sending me the threats, so at least I know
Yeah.
you're still on Twitter and still being an asshole, but you're not.
What weapons can you carry in the city legally? I found a switchblade in an Uber, and I was like, I'm taking this.
Ooh. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, but
That's
I'm like,
a
is
good
that
get.
legal? I don't think that's legal.
Switchblades, I think, are illegal.
Yeah,
Illegal?
I think
I
it's
keep
like
it at
a
home.
knife that shorter
and there's like
blade.
a size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
Okay,
think switchblades are like the way they unfold.
It
and shit
is
super illegal.
badass though.
Yeah, it's
Oh
cool.
my god.
Do you like sit at home like playing with it?
Yeah, and I'm like, shh, gotcha.
Yeah.
You were gonna chop your fingers off.
Yeah,
for sure. For
Sitting
sure.
by my globe, like, who should fucking switchblade?
Which country's getting an extra stab in it?
But so wait, back to Caller Daddy. Have you guys ever interacted? Did you ever like? talk with her?
I've texted and called with
yeah.
Sophia, and then I was supposed to meet up with her in Salt Lake City, and she ghosted me, and then went on another podcast, and I was like, okay, that's.
But we
fine.
did a parody of them, and it was good.
Yeah.
I thought it was fun. They're fun characters to play. It's hilarious.
We weirdly don't know anything about them.
Yeah,
so
it's like- I know. I mean,
I don't think I've
obviously
ever
it'd be
met.
like the-
I don't
Oh,
think I've
really?
ever met
Barstool,
them.
but like,
You never met them?
I mean, they.
Wow.
I maybe been in the same room with them maybe once.
Wow, I
think
thought you guys aren't like a
wanted
community.
nothing to do with us. They wanted
That makes sense.
0.
Yeah.
My favorite was when they had their breakup, but then Alex stayed. Dave was like, wrote a company email just kind of explaining things and being like, but Alex is going to stay and she really wants to make an effort. Like she's going to be a part of things. Like she'll be in the office. She's going to go on shows. And I was like, okay, I don't know.
Yeah, she doesn't
sad.
have to, though,
And
so
then-
that's-
no,
Yeah.
and then it was even like I said something like, if you want to come on, to do your first appearance, like coming back or whatever. I was like, let me get these downloads.
Yeah.
And she was like,
Hell
cool.
yeah.
I think I don't think she actually said anything. I think she sent back like a GIF being like,
See, that's some hot girl shit. That's some hot girl shit. Like, I don't need y'all. I'm just gonna go on my
I remember at the time kind of being like,
Instagram.
all right, I know you're like a big deal, but like whatever. And then like 5 minutes later, she's worth 60 million. I'm like, I wouldn't talk to me either. I would send a gift to me and blow me off too. I get it.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we knew that there was the inception of Call Her Daddy was like we're looking for our guys we fucked, and then when they got together, and then they were breaking up, like so there was huge news. It was like so many
crazy.
people were invested in it. I was like, oh, that's so interesting. I'm like, damn, it pays to be fucking hot like that, huh? Yeah, it was.
You guys
Oh,
should
but
stage some beef.
Alex was at some conference. I forget which one because my assistant forwarded me the article and she circled the quote that she was saying, like, "You guys, you have to have your own original ideas. Like, it's fucked up to copy." And I'm like,
Wait, we've talked about that on this podcast before because I thought that quote in particular was weird to me because it's
"Oh,
like,
made me laugh."
I don't understand like why. I feel like once someone gets so big, they like have to pretend that everything was like wholly original.
It's my
like,
idea. And it's like the first person ever to do it.
It was,
Ever.
like if we were like I think the exact example I used was like, if we got big, we're like, you know what, you gotta have a great idea. Like you take voicemails on a
take
podcast,
stick with your guns.
and you fucking ask stupid questions.
Nothing is original at this point.
It was like it was so weird. I'm so happy like you remember that quote. Like
I remember it. Well, because
what the fuck
comedians,
was that?
our originality is all we got. Like the one thing you don't do as a comic is you don't steal somebody's
jokes,
bit,
yeah.
or somebody doing a similar bit. Other comics, like you tell it, like, oh, so and so's got a bit like that. You just want to make sure your perspective is different. You want to be unique. That's all you have. Also, there's enough unique ideas to go around. Like it's an endless well of unique ideas. You just gotta like think.
Yeah, but I feel like in the podcasting world, it's not. I can understand like writing material and script and all that kind of shit. But like it's like I wouldn't if two guys were just like shooting the shit like we were.
Yeah,
I would
well, the
be
unique
like,
part
we
is
didn't- we didn't
the
like-
unique part is your personalities. If you like,
Yeah,
you're going in.
yeah.
But wait, what were you gonna say, Corinne?
No, I was gonna say ours is a little bit more of a specific
Yeah, it's very-
idea. Like, you can't copyright two guys chatting.
Right.
Yeah, if you could, someone would have.
Yeah. No, but I mean, like, so you feel like it was because it was.
It was also like we
specifically
knew
about sex because
we
it
we
was-
heard that there was an ad that
Yeah, somebody
Barstool put
sent
out
a screenshot.
that was like, we are looking to do our
God,
version of Guys Be Funny. This is not
yeah.
something
We
we
put that
guessed.
out?
Yeah, we.
Yes.
I mean, not you
No,
guys.
we didn't. I
Yeah,
can confirm
a
we
comic
did.
sent it to us because I'm not. We're
I
not gonna be
know,
like everyone's copying us. Boo.
And the story, I'm not involved in this stuff at all. But the story I heard was that Gaz like followed her or something like that, and then Gaz thought she was funny and showed her to Dave. Maybe that's not true. I don't know. It's not. They're not decisions I make.
Someone
but I
saw
don't-
Alex Cooper and thought she was funny.
That's yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's her humor that I love.
I'd be interested to see where we put out ads. But I don't think we've ever put an
She's
ad up.
interesting. I'll give you that. She's interesting. She's a good lesson for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
She's
even
huge.
on board because I was like, Gen Z does need a Guys We Fucked, and it makes sense, and she's different. And I think Guys We Fucked does need the perspective of like, what's it like to date when you're a 10? I just don't know how many
Yeah.
people could possibly listen to that, and I feel bad for like
I don't want to take
fives-
advice from a 10.
Fives who are listening to that show and think that they can do things that Alex Cooper can
Exactly.
do.
We're approachably attractive. That's
I
You
don't-
more.
can't
I
act
don't
like
think so,
Alex
Jack.
Cooper if you don't
I'm
look
not gonna
like
tell
Alex Cooper.
I'm not gonna tell Alex Cooper about my sexual assault. Like I'm not gonna be vulnerable with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Very different. Very different.
Yeah.
I get that for sure. All right. So what else? So we got a special tours.
Yeah, our
anything
special
else
day.
that's
Yep.
out there.
Going on the road. Yeah, where Guys We Fucked is in front of the paywall after 7 days. Yeah. And we got a new podcast studio. It's real fun.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Where's
working
that
on it.
exactly?
In Ask by
Where
Astor
is that
Place.
exactly?
I'll give you the exact address so everyone can come
I need
in,
to behead you.
say hi.
It was us the whole time. It was
Oh
our
my
story.
God.
Get out the guillotine.
Yeah. Stay safe out there, girls.
Thank you.
All right,
Thanks.
appreciate it. Thanks.
It's my final week in control of the YouTube channel for the Blade Bet. I got a 1,000 subscriber lead right now. It's time to step on the throat, step on Feidelberg's cleanly shaven throat, and make sure we expose him for the ugly mutt that he is while I keep my beautiful scruff going here. So make sure you subscribe, make sure you like and comment, tell your friends to subscribe, and let's finish this thing off strong.